today we are going to be learning about circles. So from our formula sheet, we're going to be working with these C formulas. C stands for circumference. Circumference is taking a walk all the way around the circle. So the circumference formulas are 2 times pi times radius. We just finished a chapter about circles, so we learned the radius is the length connecting the center to a point on the circle. Or we could say that it's pi times diameter. Diameter is the full length across the circle, so that is twice of the radius. So we're making that substitution there. The area is pi times the radius squared. Those are the formulas we will be using today. So we'll scroll back to our notes for section 5 here. Now in our first question, it says find the circumference area. Well, circumference area isn't really a thing. That's supposed to say find the circumference and area. So this is actually asking us to find two separate things, circumference and area. So I'm going to set up my answer boxes there. Of a circle with a radius of 1/2. So formula for circumference, 2 times pi times radius. So I'm going to plug in that 1/2. Now notice it says leave your answer in terms of pi. What that means is I am not going to press the pi button on my calculator. I'm not going to use 3.14. I'm just going to let the pi sit there and be pi. So I'm going to skip right over the pi and do 2 times 1/2, which is 1, and let that pi just stay a pi. So 1 pi is our circumference. Our area is pi radius squared. So I'm going to do pi times 1/2 squared. Squared means times itself. 1/2 times 1/2 is 1/4. And so then I have 1/4 times pi. Now when you actually do your homework on Khan Academy about these problems, you're going to want to pay attention to their directions on whether they want you to use 3.14 or 22/7 or just let the pi stay a pi. So make sure you follow their directions on that. In this one, we want to find our radius and our area of a circle. And in this one, we know the circumference, that walk around the outside, is 20 pi. So since I'm given circumference, I'm going to start with that circumference formula. That circumference is equal to 2 times pi times radius. The circumference is 20 pi, so I'm going to plug that in for C, but I don't know R. That 2 pi r means 2 times pi times r, so we're going to undo the times by dividing. So I'm going to divide both sides by 2 pi. Then I'll cancel right out. On the other side, it cancels out the pi, but it leaves 20 divided by 2, which is 10. So we find our radius is 10. Then our area is equal to pi radius squared. So now that we know our radius is 10, we can plug that in there. 10 times 10 is 100. So we get 100 pi as our area of our circle. And again, we're just going to let that pi sit as pi here. In your homework on Khan Academy, just make sure that you pay attention to how they tell you to report your answer. Example, we are asked to find circumference and area. Set up my answer, circumference, area of a circle with a diameter, it says, of 24. So the diameter is the full length across the circle. So that means then we could break that down and say each radius will be 12. So circumference is 2 pi r, radius of 12, so we get 24 pi. Now remember, there was actually a second formula for circumference on that sheet. It said circumference was equal to pi d, pi times diameter. So we could just plug the 24 right in there, and that would have worked as well to find the circumference. Area is equal to pi radius squared, and there's not a formula for the area using the diameter, so we do need to use the radius here. So our radius is 12. 12 times 12 is 144. So we get 144 pi as our area here. So after watching this video, make sure you take the video quiz, and then tomorrow there will be Khan Academy assignments on circumference and area of a circle for you to complete.